Hi, welcome back. So, as we left off in our last video where we talked about Tableau certification, let's see how we perform on the some of the questions that we have in the Tableau preparation guide. So, let's click on exam prep guide in tableau.com/support/certification. So, when you click the Tableau preparation guide for qualified associate, you would see a Tableau reference. And so I'm directly going down to the questions. You can go through all of the simple things that they have. So let's look at few questions that have been asked so that we get a real hands-on experience on how to handle this in real time. So the first question here is to connect to multiple tables in a single data source at one time, dash must be specified. Because it is a single data source, we would be calling it as join. Blending is where we have data from multiple different data sources. So as we are using it in the single data source, we can call this as join. Calculation is something that we do in a specific sheet or specific field. It has nothing to do with joining or multiple tables. Hierarchy is establishing a relation or a hierarchy between different columns in the same data set. Tableau can create specific worksheet specific filters. So yes, obviously we can do worksheet specific filters. We already saw how to do the worksheet specific filters, and also we also saw how to basically use one filter across the workbook. So that is really good. So the first two questions are, the answers are join, and the second one is true. So now the next set of questions in Tableau certification, basically they give you some amount of data and they ask you to use Tableau to get to these numbers. So why don't we basically download the data? So for in this case, the data set is going to be different from the Superstore. It is going to be called the Superstore, but it is going to be basically different one. So I basically downloaded my Superstore data set. I'm going to make sure I open it, and it basically has some kind of good details out there. So yeah, looks like it has product, row ID, subcategory, container. It's basically very similar to whatever we have, but I think there are some other new columns, like they have the shipping cost, the order priority and stuff like that. So looks like the data is pretty good. So why don't we close it and open this up in Tableau. So I'm going to connect to the Excel file, and I'm going to go to my downloads, and I'm going to use the sample Superstore subset Excel, which is the one which we just downloaded, or this is the one which we just downloaded. So let's open that, and let's see. Let Tableau pull up the data. So we are going to use orders for now, and let's see how the data comes out. It looks pretty good. Let's go to sheet, and let's rename the worksheet so that we know which question we are talking about. So in this case, we are talking about question 1. So let's go back and see what Tableau is asking. What is the percent of total sales of home office customer segment in July of 2012? So let's basically break this question into multiple pieces. First, they are asking for the data only for July of 2012. So let's first filter the data for July of 2012. So let me go here. Let me go to order date, pulling it up. Here, if you see, there are a lot of options. In this case, because they have a year and month specified, I'm going to say month year specification. And they have given me all the different options based on the data. We are talking about July of 2012. So let's go there. Click on July of 2012, click apply and click OK. So now we have the filter of July of 2012. Now let's go back and see what is the question they are asking. Home, they are saying customer segment of for the home office. So we need customer segment. So why don't we go back, pull what we call the customer segment onto my row shelf. So right now I have customer segment. So let's see what is the next detail they are asking for. So here, what is the percentage? So I'm looking for percentage of total sales. So let me go and get the total sale first. So when I get the total sale here, so for home office, I see X amount of dollars. So they are asking, because they are asking the percentage, I'm going to do a change it to a quick table calculation, percent of total. So the moment I do percent of total, I'm going to get home office as 23.97%. So let's go back and see whether we have that option. Yes, we do. So the answer in this case is B, which is 23.97. So this concludes our analysis for question 3. Now let's go for question 4. So let's go back and rename this to question 3. And let's now add a new sheet where we call it as rename question 4. So now let's go back and see what are they asking in question 4. For the top 10 product names by sales, okay, within each region is ranked 2 in central and west regions in 2011. So again, let's first go and see how to dissect this question. So first they are asking for specific region. So the first thing to do is add the filter for order date again. And in this case, they are looking at years. I'm looking at 2011. So click on 2011, say apply, I'm okay. So now let's go back to the question, see what they are asking. Top 10 product names by sales within each region. So they need product name by region. So let's go back, let's go to product name. Let me add my product name. That looks good. And they are asking for the sale. So let me pull in the dollar value of the sale. And then they are asking by what region. So let me pull in the region right there. So now I have all these values by sale. If you see, the thing they are asking is top 10. So let's filter it out. How do we filter out? By range. So I'm going to put product name, and then I'm going to say, hey, filter out by top 10 by sum of sales. Click apply. So okay, so now I got all the dollar values. So they are asking me for rank. Let's go back and make sure that's what they are asking for. Is rank 2 in both central and west. Looks like they're asking for us to be ranked 2 in both central and west. So let's go back. Let's change this to quick table calculation. Let's put rank in there. So if you put rank, if you see, the main thing that is happening here is the rank is being calculated across. That's why you're seeing 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. So, but we want it across each column, not each row. So for that, let's go here and let's say compute using not table across but table down. So let's do that. Right. So looks like now we have all the data the way we want it. Now what are they asking? They want something, they are looking for, what is the customer looking for is rank 2 in both central and west. So just to make sure it is okay, easy, I'm just putting central and west next to each other, and then I'm going to see what has rank 2. If you see, this is rank 2 right there, this is rank 2, and the answer, so A should be sharp AL 1530 CS. So let's see if we have that in the option. We do. So this is the answer right there, C. So as you can see, this is how we basically dissect the questions and get to the answer. So let's look at the third question that we have, or the fifth question in this case, is third hands-on question or the fifth overall question. In the technology product category, which non-profitable state is surrounded by only profitable states? So let's go back to Tableau. Let's open a new sheet. Let's rename this sheet to Q5. Cool. Now they are asking the state. So let's first talk about state. Click on the state, click on the geofield map right there. So now we have this. So what are they asking for? They are looking for technology product category, which is a filter. So let's first add that tech product category. We need technology. I added that. So click technology, click apply, click OK. Now I have technology. Now let's go back and see what they are asking. Which non-profitable state is surrounded by only profitable state? So we need profit. So let's drag profit onto the color and profit as well onto my label so that I can easily figure out. So if you see, just by looking at this, the non-profitable states here look like Colorado and Montana. If you see, Montana is kind of surrounded, but there is no surrounding here, so this would not definitely be an option. So let's see, this one Louisiana has negative, but it's surrounded by another negative, Mississippi, so these two will be ruled out. The other one is North Carolina, but if you see again, we don't have a border out there. So to be surrounded, looks like the only option we have is Colorado. If you see, everything that is surrounding is having positive profit. So looks like Colorado is my answer. So let's go back to my questions and see if Colorado is right there. Yes, it is. So this kind of helps us tell that Colorado is the only state that is having negative profit, which is surrounded by all these states. If you look at this, these are questions that you will be asked in your regular Tableau consultant live, where someone from the business will come to you and say, hey, can you give me a quick analysis of this? And this is how you do it. You kind of dissect the question into multiple pieces, add it one by one onto your worksheet, and that's how you will kind of get the answers to what you are looking for. So this concludes this video. In the next two videos, we are going to look at the next 3 sets of questions, and in the following video we will look at the last 3 set of questions and look at the answers. So thank you.